some kind of a bird over there. I don't know the correct name, but it's black with a red head. And I've never tasted one. They say it's very good to eat. Very, very, very good. They're mostly in the heavy pine timber. And most all those woods over there have been reforested because of the Second World War. They depleted everything. He used to tell me, said he was a forger at the end of the Second World War. And across the Danube River there was the Russian side before it was all neutralized. And on the side that Lentz was on was the U.S. and British side. That's where he was. And he was some kind of he had some connection with First Alpine. I don't know what it was. But he had a beautiful office down in Lentz. And everybody treated him with very good respect. I don't know what the reason or what for, but in his office he had 2 bull elephant tusks, about 7 feet long, in a glass case over a couch. And he brought those back from Cameroon. And later on, they sent me over to Cameroon. They shut that mill down before it even got started up. They had 25 expats there, and they had financial assistance from the World Bank to pay the expats and start the mill up. Well, the government in Cameroon was a little bit greedy, so there was a slush bank account in the city, the capital there, where the money to pay the expats monthly would come from. So they expelled all the expats, sent them back home, and they said their people were trained enough to run the mill. Well, they blew the chlor-alkali bleach plant up, and that shut everything down. And they sent me over there from Statler Herder to get an assessment of the mill. And it was all going back to the damn jungle that quickly. And they didn't have anybody there except they had Swahili guards at the gate with spears and shields. Yeah. I brought a spear back. I gave it to Brian.
Oh yeah.
It was a takedown. You could take it down in the middle, and I couldn't get a shield in my suitcase.
How'd you bring that back? Just put it in the suitcase, or?
Yeah. That was in the days when they didn't do that much searching and everything. We came back from Argentina. Scott and Kevin were still little guys, and I had a metal toolbox. And I had some tools in there. And it was checked and had a padlock on it, and it came with the luggage from Argentina. I got this when we got off the airplane, and we first went through customs, and then we went down to claim our luggage, and had to go through customs again at that time. Anyway, this was in Miami, Florida, and we had about an hour plus before the next plane took us to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to Bristol. And I told this guy, I said, I've got $20 for you if you'll get our luggage off the carousel real quick. I'll point it out, you get it off, and get us get us to customs so we can get through and get our next aircraft out of here. He said, yes, the boss. And I gave him the $20. And I said, I'll point them out. You pick them off and put them on a cart, get us to customs so we can get to the next aircraft. Had to go down the aisle a little ways to get on the aircraft we were flying on, which was convenient, but it was time consuming as well. So big crowd down there. And the big stuff came off last, and the toolbox and our luggage and stuff came off last. And just as he reached down for the toolbox, alarm went off in the toolbox. He turned gray, just as gray as your shirt. He couldn't move. He couldn't. And the cops came from every direction. I said, just a minute. I'll open it up. It was a damn alarm clock. One of the guys, I never did find out which one, had said it. And it went off just at the right time. But it scared. I bet he had to change his trousers.